Hi everyone, it's Jeanette, Crafty Dork. Just going to show you some little bits and pieces that I'm making to go with my little bee journal. I started off with envelopes and they were that size. And there I decorated it all up, and then I went to put it in on the page to make sure it was okay. Lesson learnt. Check it out before. So then I thought, well, what am I going to do? So I've decided to chop this little piece off. It will then fit there like a little pocket. I can glue it down the back. I can still have I was going to use my little index cards, so I can still pop them in there. I don't know yet whether I'll leave it open or shut, so they will sit there. I've got some more to go ahead and make with you. Then these, I was looking and I thought, well, I'm not throwing them away, what can I do with them? And then I thought they might just sit nicely on the edge of a page. Perhaps not there, it won't show up, but let's have a look. Perhaps just on a piece of like that, and they're quite nice. And then they're just plain on the back, so it's a little journaling tuck. So I've got one of them for each of the journals. Now I've put the papers in them, so they're all ready to go. Got them all organised. One of the pages I'd printed an extra one, because, let me show you, it had all these garlic, lettuce, carrot, all sorts of bits on them. So I've done, I'll shove that back in there. What I've done is I've cut them, and then I've gone around the edges with my scissors and just made it look like a postage stamp. Then in my little scrap bucket, I found some little orange flowers, and I've got some Broglie Anglaise. So we'll just cut these out and just journal along, scrap along, craft along, just, yeah. So might be a bit of banging again. Pete's still in the kitchen doing the putting the cupboards in. I've warned them that I'm out here, so don't come to the foreman for any more ideas. I'll have to put up with what they decide. They've needed me in there to check where I wanted the handles so that I could reach them. And oh look, that's not, there we go. But now they're on their own. Simon's got a pretty good idea what his mum wants, and he, being a chef, he sort of knows where things should be in the kitchen a bit. So all his stuff arrived for his kitchen, his and Sarah's kitchen today, so they'll be ready to rock and roll as soon as ours is all done. We'll be helping with theirs. Pretty exciting. Okay, so there's our little stamps. So that one I've just got to go down there a bit. Forgot I had these scissors, and I was watching someone using pinking shears, and I thought, oh wait a minute, I've got some, they come in a set of, oh God, there's all sorts in, there's quite a few in the set of different shapes and waves and all sorts, so they will come in handy. So this is going to be a bit like a production line. I've already stamped. I've got a beautiful stamp that came from Kazaz. I'm not sure if it's still available. I think it is. It's a big one, and it's got just the hexagon honeycomb on it, and then there's a little bee up here, and then just all sort of, yeah, so it's, I don't know if that's, yeah, there is a bit of script on there as well, so it's a lovely stamp. So I've got that, and then I've got the baby bee out to just pop a few around. I did this little one here to just pop him next to the flower. So I got my packing paper from doTERRA, and I'm going to cut it. I didn't cut it last time and it went a bit skew-whippy, so I'm just going to nip it down there. So just a little piece across the corner. Just pop a little piece across there. That corner. I'll trim it off. Doesn't really have to be on. Doesn't have to be neat, Jeanette. I hope so that'll all sort of fan out a little bit. Oops. Put him that way, that way. Just trim it up there a bit. And all I did was just, we're going to cover up the sweet little bee, but that's all right, because I want these to go on the first page, sort of just inside the first page. So I just spread it out a little bit and then just popped it down. It just looks a little bit, gives it a bit of texture. And it does stick really well with the glitter glue, so that's good. I don't want to squash it all the way because you don't get as many little bits of the pattern in the paper. Yeah, he's going to be all right. Just had a thought that I might have had it on the wrong way. Nothing surprises me today. I've been sitting here watching Sharon Tilliard and her journals. It's an ephemera that she's been making for her children's journal. It's fantastic what she's done. If you want some inspiration, pop over and see her on her channel. It's just gorgeous what she's done. So I'll get the link and pop it down for you all. Just trim the edges a little bit. Am I in camera? I hope so. Yeah. So they're very quick and easy. Just trim around the edges. And like I said, they're all going to be the same. I will add a different element to each one. I will put something else on there that's a little bit different, whether it be on the index card as it's poking out, or I'm not 100% yet, but we'll do something a little bit different there. It's all play, just play it by ear here today. Okay, so well, first of all we better ink those because they're a little bit stark. You notice on this first one that I did, a little bit stark, so whip them up there. So I just wanted to grunge them up a little bit. Just to make them look a little bit old. Going with the theme. It's beautiful papers. I just love it. This is this Seneca Pond kit. And it's just going to be as simple as this. I don't do a lot of fluff, and as you probably know. So now we just pop those on. Simon's partner's here with the other dogs, so you might hear a few little barks and what have you happening, but I have warned them I am videoing, so don't come in and annoy me today. Well, not annoy me, I love having them here, but I've just wanted to get this one done for you guys so that we can have a couple of videos up there. Had a lovely day yesterday with my card girls. We had great fun. We always have some fun, and we laugh and we cry and we help each other out in lots of ways. They're just an amazing couple of girls that were here yesterday. How lovely. I'll just use this to sort of push it down a little bit. Then these are going to go on there. And I'm using the fabric glue from Helma. I just find it sticks really well, doesn't bleed through. So I'll just pop that one on there, like that. So I got all this organised before I started. I thought I'll get it all organised for you, and that way you can see that if you just get all your little elements together, and then it's just a matter of bang, 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 they're all done. And that's quick and easily done, and I've got 5 bits of ephemera ready to go. So next one that I'll do something with, Sharon actually did it on her channel. She uses it's a packaging paper. Now I'm assuming it's the doTERRA, and I know you shouldn't assume, but it comes like this, and it's perforated all the way through. And what she did, I'm going off the track, aren't I? But that's all right, I do that. What she did, she folded it in 3 and then she glued it so that now it's quite a firm piece of, but still pliable. So the next one I will show you what how she did that, unless you go over and have a look on her channel. It's brilliant. And I'm going to be making some ephemera using that for the journal. So whether it be a couple of journaling cards might be, or don't know, I have to have a little think. So that goes on there. Then I just cut my little daisies. I think this came out of Mum's stash actually. Bless her, she had so much. She used to make all our own clothes, and even when I got married, she made me, I don't know, about 10 little dresses. It was just beautiful, just because she could, and made me some maternity clothes, and she's always made the kids little outfits, and such a beautiful lady she was. I miss her every day. I think we all miss our mums when they're not around, don't we? But I can just walk in her footsteps now and do with my grandkids what she did with my kids, and hopefully I'm as good a nana to them as what she was to my kids. So I'm just popping those little daisies on there, just on the corner, just to add a little bit of colour. That one wants to stay on my finger. On there. So we've got five little envelopes. Now I'm just going to, just randomly, I've got that little bee. I do like the thought of one of them up there by that flower. This one I won't be able to put in there, but I might be able to just pop one there. We'll pop another one as though he's coming up onto that flower. When I stamp, I always take my stamp to my pad and I tap, tap, tap it. This is how I taught little Mara how to stamp. And then I press down on it and then release it up. Hasn't failed me yet. Just some of these stamps with Kazaz, because you buy them, they're not cut out, and you've got a bit of a little, can you see there, a little bit of a gap around the stamp itself. You just got to be careful because you'll end up with, here I just did a little smudge, but that's alright. It all blends in and makes it look rustic. Another one down there, and you know what, I think I need 3. I do like things in 3s. Yeah, it looks nice with the 3. This one's got that little one on there, which is really nice. And we'll pop one on this one. Flying around. So, I mean, that was very, very simple and not a lot of cost in putting that together. And like I said, don't know about these now because they're going to be a bit too small. No, I don't like the idea of them sticking out, so I might cut down a bigger one. The edges on these, I've got Stamping Up punch, and that punches them out really nicely. So I might need to get some other index cards out and cut out some some more. So there we have, and I suppose I should put a couple of bees on these, shouldn't I? Let's do it before I say ta-da. And we'll just a bee. That one's, these have got the little ones on them too, so then we just pop one there. There. So instead of making the one embellishment today, I've got the little cards and whether the little envelope, and whether I do stick a little bit of glue down there and just make that the pocket, and then I can have a pocket in there and one behind. So that would take 2 little cards, and then these just to hook onto the page, which I thought that was a bit of a cute fluke. So that's those. So 3 lots of embellishments, and it didn't take long at all. So thank you for watching. I'll try and remember, and I keep saying every time, I've got to learn how to put the links down below. Somebody needs to give me a lesson. Okay, I will say goodbye and see you next time. Until then, happy crafting. Bye for now.